Hey Threadheads, my name is Christina. I'm then Stina Says on the forums. Today I'm going to show you how to decoupage, which is the art of gluing paper or fabric onto any smooth surface, then lacquering over it so it looks like it's been painted on. Let's get started. Here's what you need. Mod Podge is an all-in-one glue and lacquer that is the crafter's best friend. I like to use foam brushes because they're dirt cheap from any craft store and it keeps from gunking up your good paint brushes. An old gift card works just as well as a brayer. Wipe clean with a damp sponge after every use. I'm using pictures cut from magazines, but almost any paper or fabric will do on any smooth surface that suits your fancy. In addition to all of that stuff, I recommend a plastic drop cloth or tablecloth so that your Mod Podge doesn't stick to your material. Also, a fine grade sandpaper to smooth edges out. Now that you have all your stuff, let's start the first step. Using your brush, apply a light coat of Mod Podge to the back of each piece of paper. Place it where you want it and smooth it down with your fingers. Using your brayer or a card, firmly press the paper down and pull any air bubbles to the sides out from under the paper. Wipe off the card with a damp sponge immediately after use to prevent sticking or smearing of any excess Mod Podge. Keep your hands as clean as possible too. Repeat this step until your surface is decorated as you want it. Get as many air bubbles out as you can before it dries. Now that you've got your surface covered with all the pictures you want and everything's where you want it, you're going to do one last check for air bubbles and then coat the entire surface with a thin, even layer of Mod Podge. Take extra care with the edges and corners of your paper cutouts. Smooth any flyaway corners down. If your coat is thin, you will see the brush strokes in the dried lacquer. If the coat is thick, it will take longer to dry completely. Now that your surface is coated, we're going to wait 15 to 20 minutes for this to dry. Don't worry if it looks cloudy, it'll dry clear. Now that our surface is dry, we're going to apply another thin coat of Mod Podge, this time including the outer and inner edges of the frame, and let dry for another 15 to 20 minutes. On your second coat, your paper corners are pretty much taken care of. Just keep the Mod Podge evenly distributed over the surface. Be sure to get the outside and inside edges. If you're going to lacquer the back or bottom side of your project, do this with a separate coat after the top is dry so that nothing sticks to the table or tablecloth. Now that our second coat has dried clear, it'll still be a little tacky to the touch, so you're going to want to let that dry overnight just to make sure it sets completely. Once your project has set overnight, you're going to check all your corners and edges for any buildup of lacquer, and then smooth those out with your fine grade sandpaper. Once that's done, your project is finished, and you've got a unique, custom decoupage surface. Look at your Threadheads.
Okay, she'll be back in any second. Here's the deal. What my wife really wants is the Threadbanger sewing machine, okay? But since she doesn't have one, she's decoupaging everything, embroidering everything. Look, this used to be my cell phone, okay? I can't touch the touchscreen if it's been decoupaged. It doesn't make any sense, okay? This right here, this used to be my dining room wall, okay? Listen, I need you to give her the sewing machine. I can't take this anymore, all right? I'm running out of stuff, okay? Please help me. I need you to help me.